Hey everyone, I have another technique. This is going to be a series of them in one video. First one is the brayer technique. And what you need for it, obviously, is a brayer. Mine has a bunch of crap on it. And a heat tool, which is apparently not really necessary, but it really helps. So what I'm going to do is use some... let's see, what is this? English Ivy. Glimmer Mist here. And I don't have a craft mat right now, so I'm just using wax paper, parchment paper. And it works just the same. So you're just going to spray it onto your mat or your paper. And, oops, get my tag in the way. And then pick up the color with my brayer. And then just go over my tag with it. And then I'm going to heat set. And clean off my brayer here. And then I'm going to take my second color after I wipe off my space here. There we go. And use Moonlight Blue and spray it on the mat, on my paper. Ink up my brayer. And then go over it. And I'm trying to get around the and there we go. And I'm going to heat set it again to dry it for real this time. And you have this tag right here, if you can see it. And you can use a brayer instead of just spraying. If you want to get a really even coat, then using a brayer is a really good idea. If you're having problems with blotting or blotching or pooling, then that's a good idea to use a brayer. I had some here, but that's because I didn't spread it out. I just went over it and left it. So that is the first technique, and I'll show you the next one. Okay, and this technique is the acrylic paint technique, and I'm using, I took a dot paint dauber top off of a dried up Adirondack paint dauber and put it on some gold acrylic paint. And you can use any color with this, and I'm just going to go over the tag. I'm not going to cover it completely. And then I'm going to heat set it a little bit. Then I'm going to use my brayer again, and this time I'm going to use pomegranate. And get it shaken up. I'm going to heat set it. And as you can see, I've got this really cool gold kind of striped look to it, and you can go any way you want with your acrylic paint, but the Glimmer Mist, it doesn't completely cover it up. It kind of moves around it a little bit. It depends on what color, and I was using pomegranate, a pretty dark color, and so that it didn't actually, you know, completely take over the gold. It's pretty cool, I think. So that is the acrylic paint technique. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, everybody, the next technique that we're going to do is the background wash. And basically, it's really pretty easy. Let me get the tag off and clean off my piece of wax paper here. And what I'm going to do is take this first, I just one. I'm going to start from light to dark, which I'm going to go light. Honeydew Mist is the lightest of my three colors. I'm just going to spray in certain areas, not focusing on one too much. Then I'm going to go to my mid-tone. This works best if you have a light tone, then a mid-tone, and then, of course, a darker tone. And lastly, I'm using Frozen Light. And actually, you need to heat set in between applications so that the colors don't muddy, you know, each other and get mixed together. Which I need to go back with my Honeydew Mist and do a little bit of. Okay. And then I'm going to take my Frozen Lake and kind of just use the areas that I haven't hit already. Alright. Finally, I'm going to take some coffee shop Glimmer Mist, if you can find it. And take my brayer, if I can find it. Here we go. And go over some of the sections here. And then heat set again. I'm going to take a rubber stamp. I'm going to use the Tim Holtz, I think this is called the component set, the component stamp. If I can get it out of the dang package. There we go. And mount it on my block. Ink it up. Okay. And then stamp. As you can see, I've got a really cool distressed tag, all using Glimmer Mist with no distress ink or anything. So, next tip coming up.